What's up, everyone? Right now I'm doing the part 2, or the day 2, however you want to approach that, of Heavy Rain. So far I'm at the part where, which as you guys can see, is actually right after, damn, what's his name? Brad Pitt, no, what's his fucking name? Ethan. Sorry, I'm a little thirsty. I just got home. Ethan has been doing like the little origami figures and stuff like that, which lead him to more and more clues of where his son is. So right now, Madison just helped him out, and it's kind of weird how those two stories combine. Like, it's kind of weird because like stuff like that doesn't happen in real life, at least not anymore. And it's kind of, I think that's how the game is kind of dated by now, is that, because the game is already stated to be in 2011, so basically, like, what I mean by it's dated, already, is that people nowadays, they don't help one another like they used to. They don't care for their neighbors and stuff like that. People don't really care. Or at least that's what I've learned. And people that I've seen and how what I've seen on the internet and stuff like that, that's my overall opinion, that, you know, most people, they don't lend a helping hand whenever they need to or should. So it's kind of, you know, the game, whenever Madison, like, turns over and is like, you know, let's go help this stranger, you know, at first he doesn't look too injured. He looks like he's just tired. He's kind of just leaning on the thing. At least that's what I thought immediately once it panned over. Not really panned over, but cut to him just, you know, leaning over on the thing, like he's not really doing anything. And then whenever she approached him, he's like bleeding and stuff. You know, people don't really pay attention to details and stuff like that. So it's kind of, you know, not unrealistic. It's just, I don't believe it. It's unbelievable for me because, you know, people around the parts where I've lived, they don't do that stuff. They don't, you know, they don't really care. They keep to themselves, and, you know, the game portrays real life in a different way. But I do need to add this, though, that's really believable, and I really like this aspect of this game, that I'm really liking, and I can't wait to get back to. I didn't actually care for the cop. What is his name? Jay? I don't even know. I don't even know what his name is. It's been, like, said, like, 3 or 4 times, and I still don't know what his name is. But he has, like, this weird relationship with his partner, and his partner, I don't like his partner at all. He's kind of laid back and a little bit more corrupt than I would like him to be. But he's always like, he's that one cop, you know what I mean, who gets crap somewhat done, but also he leaves like a trail of missing pieces of the puzzle. And he kind of, you know, creates, goddamn, the heater came on right underneath me, Jesus Christ. He leaves kind of like these breadcrumbs that I don't like, and that my character knows he does. So I'm wondering, and I know this game has a way of, whatever you do in the game, your actions and stuff like that, the stuff you say, they come back to haunt you, and I really like that aspect of the game. So, right now, I'm thinking about this moment in the game that happened in my session today, and I'm going to actually continue, and I don't know if I'll post another video, but I'm going to continue playing, because I've still got a few more hours I can play and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe play some PUBG, I don't know, but there's a moment, a scene where you as the cop has to go with your partner to this guy's house or apartment, and he's pretty much like a worshiper of God and stuff like that. Like, he's literally like obsessed with Jesus. And pretty much he comes back, like, you break into his house pretty much, and he comes back and he's like confused. And your partner has a moment there where he's just like, oh, well, because like there's a moment there where you realize that these two people, they've came together, your partner and the guy's house that you broke into. What I mean by come together is that they know each other, and I kind of want to know like how I think they do explain that a little bit, and I think I missed it because like it was really late at night and I was playing it. So, pretty much, like, I think there is a moment where they explain the incident. Like, like how this guy knows each other. Or how the two know each other, pretty much. And, the guy who owns the apartment whips out a gun, right? He whips out a gun on your partner, and you have the option to shoot the guy that owns this apartment. And I don't know what to think about that because I was trying to get the most out of the guy. I didn't want to just straight out kill him because this game, like I said, it has a way of turning things against you later on. Like everything that you do and say comes back to bite you in the ass. So I'm very particular in what I do and say. There's some moments where you have to say every option or else, pretty much, things can go haywire. So yeah, I didn't shoot him. I talked him out of it, but then he, the part that I'm trying to get to is that there's a moment where I almost shot the guy on accident. It's the part where I don't know if this is a spoiler, but he does something really fast in this scene, and it kind of makes you think he's trying to go for another gun or, another weapon, and he whips out a cross, pretty much. I don't know if that's a spoiler. It seems more like a spoiler now that I've said it. So, dear God, everyone's gonna be like, you fucker, you've spoiled the game. These are just, supporting characters, so, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but, well, it does, because, it adds to the overall story of the game, but you know what I mean. He whips out something, that cross really quick, and you actually do have the option to shoot him, and the button that I was supposed to press was R1, and I accidentally pressed R2. So, an accidental, mess up saved the man's life in my story of the game. Like, in my current, road that I've chosen, my jerkiness saved myself, if that makes sense. Because it probably, like, this is just me going off on an idea, but maybe that cop, your partner, would have thought you're a rookie or something like that. I don't know, what he does if you shoot him. When all it is a cross. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to see if it actually plays out that way. So, right now... Oh, I love the part with Scott Shelby, where he actually finds a potential suicide victim, pretty much. The person actually... I don't really want to... You'll know. You know if you play the game. I really don't want to include too many spoilers, just in case you play it yourself. But I really like the way the game makes you... It teaches you things, because, like, before I didn't know how to change a diaper, and now it's just like, it seems easy enough. I do realize that the game doesn't actually, like I stated before, the game doesn't portray everything the way it actually is, if that makes sense. The game doesn't portray everything down to the T, 100% accuracy, but it does, however, portray things in a more opportunistic, I don't know if this is the right word, opportunistic, is that the right word? Way and style. Like, it carries itself with more caution, but also there's this like little tint or hint of adventurous, you know, journey-ish type. I don't know if that makes sense, but it really brings out that everything that you do and say is potentially, you know, it's going to be held against you. You know what I mean? And I feel like I can't wait to see what happens next. And I'm actually going to play the part that I'm at right now, so you guys actually know. I'm thinking about doing this every time I end the video, where you guys actually know where I'm at in the game. But I really don't want this video to be flagged or anything like that. But yeah, I'm in this area, or I'm at. God dang it, I can't do it one-handed. I probably could, but I'm just gonna stand up so you guys know the part. But yeah, pretty much I'm Scott Shelby right now. I was gonna say a potential prediction of who the killer is, because it's been a little bit, but I already know who it is. But like the whole reason, like, I was gonna make a potential prediction just in case anyone who watches this video can get thrown off on who it actually is, because like this game, you know, I'm not the only one that bought that game. I'm not the only one that bought Heavy Rain a few nights ago. You know what I mean? Like, someone else must have bought the game, or, you know, maybe I was. I don't know. I don't know how it all works, but, you know, whoever does look at my video and watch this little first impressions reviews of the game, I want them to go in without knowing, you know what I mean? And have them think that it's someone else. You know, it's very, the person who it actually is, it makes sense, but I feel like it, whenever the final review comes out, I try to remind myself what I meant to say here. But who the killer actually is, it's very predictable, if that makes sense. Because I remember in the very beginning, like when I first played this game, the killer, who the actual killer is, it was predictable. Like you knew the moment, you know, a few things happened. You know what I mean? Some of the lines, dialogue, and the clues that this game presents to you is just. There's one part where the cop is analyzing everything and like who the killer could be, and you're like, well, dang, that fits, you know, that fits that guy, you know. Well, I mean, like, I can't really, like, it's not really I can't really say a gender, because like if I just say guy, like I actually mean two people, like two, you know, different genders, because like I don't know why I'm an idiot when it comes to that, but like I always reference like two different people, or like two genders as one, you know, like I call dudes guy and, you know, guys. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain that in any other way, but anyways, Heavy Rain is, it's still got that feeling where, you know, the characters can just look around and you can tell what they're thinking without them actually saying it in their, you know, little thought system. But you can kind of just guess. You know what I mean? Overall, so far, I can't wait to play this some more. So, by the way, guys, I'm just grabbing a little bite to eat. I got some soup. I got like a little cheeseburger real quick. hopefully you guys are actually enjoying these videos instead of, you know, being like, oh god. I don't know when I'm actually going to do a full-on playthrough of this game. Like I said, this is off of YouTube. It's not, I'm not uploading these videos to YouTube for a playthrough or have any other videos recorded for a playthrough. I don't have an Elgato right now. So that's why I'm just making these little videos. I know these are very weird and not very, they're not very interactive. It's more of you guys just sitting here listening to me talk about the game instead of, you know, you guys being able to see my reactions and stuff like that and comment on it. It's more of just like hearing what I've, you know, seen and what I can conclude about the game thus far. So also I got Star Wars Battlefront 2. Do you guys want a review of that game? I don't know. I haven't played much of it, but all I know is I don't really like the flow of the game because it feels like the same playstyle as the original. And don't get me wrong, I like the original, but it's not. I don't know. Well, that'll have to be a different video. But overall, Heavy Rain, masterpiece. I can't wait to continue playing. The thing about it is the reason why I'm replaying this is what I meant to say a little bit earlier. The reason why I'm playing this game again is because I can't remember how you figure out who the killer is. But I know who the killer is in the game. But I can't figure out how you figure it out. If that makes sense. Like, I can't figure out the clues that each character figures out who it is. Like, how they figure it out. Like, each individually figured it out. Or just, you know, one character figures it out. You know what I mean? Like, I remember there's one part where you speak to one of their relatives or something like that, and you figure it out, but that's not really a spoiler because, like, I can't even remember who the relative was. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play some more of Heavy Rain. Got my PlayStation 4 controller. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Tomorrow I may actually try to beat this game all in one day. So I'll have an actual final review for it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, but overall I love the game and I can't wait to play more. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump right back into Heavy Rain. I'll see you guys next time, guys. Love you guys to death.